This week for Sundays with Serby, the great New York Post sports columnist Steve Serby caught up with two-time Super Bowl winning head coach of the New York Giants, Tom Coughlin, and their conversation comes 15 years after the Giants won Super Bowl 42 in Arizona. Now, speaking of Arizona, that's where Steve joins us from right before the big game. Steve, how's it going, man?
It's going good. The Super Bowl Sunday's finally here. I've been here since last Sunday. Feel like I've been here for a month or so. But Tom Coughlin will be home in Atlantic Beach, Florida, watching the game and reminiscing about the 2007-2008 Super Bowl when Eli Manning became the road warrior, winning in Tampa Bay and then winning in Dallas and then winning against Brett Favre in Green Bay, minus 24 degrees wind chill. And Coughlin remembers him throwing the ball as if it was 80 degrees and sunny. And of course, the images of Coughlin's face turning bright red and Michael Strahan's leadership during that playoff run and in the Super Bowl. David Tyree's helmet catch. Coughlin disputes that it was a lucky catch. He prefers to look at it as Tyree refusing to let Rodney Harrison get that ball. And Coughlin wishes he could have continued coaching the Giants for another 5 years, said it was very painful for him when it was time for him to go after 2015 to be replaced by Ben McAdoo. He loved coaching for that historic franchise, Wellington Mara, he loved, and it just pained him a great deal to have to give up coaching the New York Football Giants. And that was a memorable press conference when he said goodbye and he looked down and he saw Eli Manning tearing up in the row below him. And that's something he'll never forget. Eli's a Hall of Famer, once a Giant, only a Giant. And Tom Coughlin should be considered for the Hall of Fame as well.
Yeah, we're going to get to that about his consideration from the Hall of Fame. And it's interesting how he looks back on his time with Big Blue, 15 years ago and all that winning that he did there. And you brought up him being in the Hall of Fame. He's not in the Hall of Fame since being first eligible in 2021. Does he feel that he should be in the Hall of Fame, Steve? Is that how he views himself as a Hall of Fame head coach?
Well, he's a very humble guy, a very modest guy, and he knows what an honor it would be for him to make the Hall of Fame. He was there when Vermeil was inducted into Hall of Fame, and Tony Baselli, his former Jaguars left tackle. So he knows what it means, and nobody appreciates the history of the NFL more than Tom Coughlin, and he deserves it. He took two expansion Jacksonville Jaguar teams to AFC championships, and then he won two Super Bowls with the New York Giants as a head coach, one as an assistant coach under Bill Parcells. So, and I forgot to mention by the way, getting back to Eli Manning, that 2011-12 NFC Championship game in San Francisco when Eli took a beating and lived to tell about it and beat the 49ers to get the Giants to Indianapolis. And Coughlin told me, of course, that his two favorite cities in America are Glendale, Arizona, and Indianapolis for obvious reasons because he won. But yes, he belongs in the Hall of Fame. There's no doubt in my mind. How about you? Do you think you agree, Dex? Or?
Oh yeah, for all the reasons you said, right? The work he did in Jacksonville, obviously the two Super Bowl titles with the Giants. I think he's absolutely a Hall of Fame head coach, and it needs to happen for sure.
And he also talked about his Hall of Fame late wife, Judy, who passed away not long ago, and how instrumental she was for his career. And I met Judy, and she was as good as it gets, just a kind-hearted, loyal, dedicated woman and wife. And it's a tremendous loss for all of us, really, especially for Tom Coughlin, obviously. But he talks about that in his book, A Giant Win, which I recommend for you to read, Dex, because I know you haven't been reading much lately.
Well, I get busy. I try to catch up on the sports reading that I need to do. So that'll be on the list. But you know what? Talking about this and the fact that it's been 15 years since Super Bowl 42 out there in Glendale, Arizona, it made me realize something, Steve. I've known you for 15 years because I did a lot of coverage with the Giants up to that Super Bowl, and that's as long as I've known you, so it's been a long time. Maybe it makes us both feel old, I guess.
Well, I wish I had known you longer than 15 years because you're one of the good guys. I mean that
Thank
seriously.
You, thank you.
While I got you here,
Yes.
I got you here, don't go yet. What is your pick for tonight? Chiefs versus who are they playing again? Oh yeah, the Eagles.
You forgot the other team. All right, my pick for the big game tonight is, look, I can't go against Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes magic, I think it happens again. I don't care if he's on one leg. He's the best quarterback in the game. He is the Jordan of the NFL right now in my eyes. I'm going with the Chiefs. I think it'll be a competitive game, Steve. I think it'll be a very close one, but I think Mahomes finds a way to pull this one out late over the Eagles. I'm hoping for a fantastic game tonight. Really hoping for that.
What's your score? Give me a score.
Want me to give you a score? I'm going to go with 27-24, Chiefs over the Eagles.
Well, the over-under, you're right on the over-under line, I think.
I am.
I picked, you don't care about my pick. It was in yesterday's
I
post.
do. Let the people know. Let the people know.
It was in yesterday's post, but it was Eagles 30, Chiefs 27. I agree. Mahomes is Michael Jordan, but he's playing the most complete, most physical team in the NFL. And I picked the Giants to beat the Eagles. I picked the 49ers to beat the Eagles. I can't go against them again. I cannot.
You can,
So,
but here's what can happen. You can pick 3 games in a row wrong. You can have a 3-game losing streak. That can happen. Just saying.
well, I feel comforted that you disagree with me because I think I don't think your track record is that terrific, to be honest. Picking
the playoffs, it hasn't been great. I will say that. The playoffs, it hasn't. The picks haven't been great for the playoffs.
What are you doing? Are you having a Super Bowl party or anything?
No, I will be here in studio doing some stuff with people, so some updates, and we'll do some stuff after the Super Bowl. So stay tuned to SNY New York Post digital content. We'll have some stuff after Super Bowl for people. So I'll be watching with my coworkers, my great team that works here. We'll be watching Super Bowl. You will be at the game. So, you know, it's a lot of good stuff we'll be watching. I'll be here watching tonight. You'll be at the game tonight, so it'll be fun.
Well, I'll be watching SNY in the lead up to the Super Bowl. How's that?
There you go. I like that. We appreciate that coverage here. That is the great Steve Serby. Check out his Q&A with the great, should-be Hall of Fame head coach, Tom Coughlin. Steve, thank you for your time. Enjoy the big game. We will talk soon.
Enjoy your party. Thank you, Dex.
Thank you, man.